Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock on Tuesday morning. That's November the 26th. You're almost through November. How crazy is that? I didn't get to do a video yesterday because when I got home from work, I was just dead exhausted and I wound up falling straight asleep. And then, I had to go to work early today, which for me meant I left the house around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's early for me because I work overnight. So I didn't have time to do a video on Monday, but we're going to go ahead and open this up now. This is the Spin Master Batman movie collection, Batwing and 4-inch 10 centimeter Batman. And you can see that it says Batman, the 1989 Batman logo, and Batman Returns, because even though this is obviously the Batwing from Batman 1989, the figure is a figure of Batman from Batman Returns. Why did they do it that way? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'm guessing because the Batman Returns figure was the one that was single carded, and they didn't feel like making another 1989 Batman figure just to go with the Batwing. The one Batman vehicle from the Tim Burton movies that was not in Batman Returns, because like we had the Batmobile obviously in 1989, and that made a return appearance in Batman Returns, but the Batwing got wrecked, so we didn't see the Batwing again. We saw the Batmobile become the Bat Missile, and we saw the Bat Ski Boat, which I don't really care for that name. Just call it a bat boat. Do you really have to be like that specific about it? It's a ski. It doesn't really matter if it's just a bat boat. That's fine. Bat ski boat makes it sounds like it belongs to like the Russian version of Batman. Oh, bat ski in these boats. Yeah. So here's what it looks like on the side. I already cut the tape. We got the Batman emblems on the side again. On the back, we got another picture of the Batwing. A full picture this time because they kind of cut the wing off on the front. So the canopy opens and get a closer look at the Batman figure inside. He's on the other side too, so let's go ahead and open it up. I do think that the trade dress for the 85th anniversary Batman stuff is pretty neat. I do like it. So we got this little piece of cardboard at the end of the tail here, I guess to keep that from getting too scuffed up. Let's set that aside. And this whole cardboard insert. Looks like there was another one at the front. A couple more, I guess, because the bat ears. And this looks to me like, from everything I could see online, to be a fairly detailed and accurate representation of the Batwing as it appeared in the 1989 film. So we'll get a closer look at that in a second. First, we got this paper envelope in here with Batman himself. So let's go ahead and pull him out. And an excellent likeness of Michael Keaton. It does have the problem that I felt like the Flash figures had, where like the bat ears are a little too thick, not quite pointy enough at the top. And unfortunately, since this is a figure that you can't see him, while he's in the package, you just kind of trust that you got one with a good emblem. And mine, for the most part, is pretty good. But there does seem to be like a little speck here at the side, which I'm hoping is just something that'll scrape off. I'm trying to anyway. Nope, it looks like it's a mark that's on there permanently. So, but got the 1989, or sorry, the Batman Returns emblem. It's not the 1989 emblem, so you can see it has the proper amount of scallops at the bottom of it. I had talked with Bob Ringwood on Facebook, because he's in some of the Batman 1989 groups that I'm in, and he's nice enough to talk with us in there and give us a little behind the scenes tidbits as far as it goes. And I'd asked him why the Batman emblem on the 1989 suit was different, and I kind of suspected throughout the years that it was maybe a little bit based off of some of the panels in The Killing Joke, because I know that was a book that was used for reference a lot in the making of the film. But he said, nah, I just felt like drawing it that way. I was in a hurry. So A lot of the joints on here seem really stiff. I was never able to find any of these in the stores, and they were supposed to show up at Target, but I never saw them at Target. Not once, not ever. I think recently I had actually seen a 12-inch Joker, the Heath Ledger Joker over there, but I'd never seen any of the 3 3/4 inch figures on the shelves. Not a single one, not one. So that's why I don't have any. This is a line I would have collected the hell out of if they were available to me, but they were not. So a lot of these joints seem really stiff on this figure. So I'm trying to kind of coax them a little bit. And like the pegs don't seem that sturdy to me. But I think I can get the articulation to work at least well enough that I can do the video. And he does seem to be like he's a little bit bigger than the Flash version of Batman, but I can't find any of those. And I know I have more than one, but I can't find any of those around here. So I guess I must have like packed them away in a box or something while I was cleaning up. So I'll try to, if I can find some later, take some pictures and compare with the other Spin Master Keaton Batman. This joint on his left knee seems particularly like it's stuck, like it just won't move at all. So I don't know what's up with that, but hopefully I can get it loose later. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about the articulation. And it seems fairly consistent with articulation that we've seen on Spin Masters figures before. So Batman's head rotates all the way around. It does not move from side to side or up or down a lot. It just moves around. It does kind of a little bit move from side to side, but I think that's just kind of a bonus if you can get it to do that. It doesn't actually I don't think it's intended to go from side to side. His arms rotate all the way around the shoulders, and they rest down to the sides about that far, and they move up about that far. So pretty good range of motion at the shoulders. He does have a single joint of articulation at the elbow. That's about how far it extends, and that's about how far it bends. So not quite 90 degrees, and then that joint does rotate all the way around. No wrist articulation, unfortunately. Something else I should point out about this Batman is that I just noticed that he does not have the armor on the forearms. I don't know if you see that. It's just a plain, wrinkly leather gauntlet there with no armor on the forearms, and that's a little disappointing. I kind of wonder if maybe they're intending on reusing the arms for like a Batman Forever figure, and that might explain that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. No torso articulation, no wrist or waist articulation. This torso is solid and does not move at all. So Batman can kick up about that far, and then he's got the kind of side articulation, so he can do the splits no problem. Hi, Aunt June. It's good to see you too. Always nice to see my Aunt June on the show. Everybody say hi to Aunt June. So yeah, so you can do the splits no problem. The legs don't kick back very far because he's got these molded plastic buttocks, and those of course will get in the way. Then, like I said, this knee is really stiff. I don't even think it's plugged in there all the way. It looks like it's a lot more flush on this other knee. Can you see that? Is that coming across on the camera? I don't know. I think this knee's just kind of messed up. But he does have thigh cut, so the thigh rotates all the way around, and then the knee, like I said, it just kind of. We'll look at this knee because this is the one that actually moves. It kind of straightens up like that. Get about 90 degrees of motion that way, and then of course the knee rotates all the way around. There's no ankle articulation whatsoever. It's pretty good articulation for a 3 3/4 inch figure, but not the best possible articulation for a 3 3/4 inch figure. The cape is a better type of fabric than I'm used to seeing on 3 3/4 inch Spin Master, but it's still kind of lame. It's just like a little too narrow. Oh, MHD! Hi, MHD. Good to see you again. And he says hi to my Aunt June, so that's nice. So everybody loves my Aunt June. Everybody's happy to see my Aunt June. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the Batman figure. He's pretty good. I think he probably could have been a little better. I think like Spin Master figures tend to suffer from the capes being a little too narrow. Like if the cape had a little more width to it, I think that would improve this figure greatly. And Aunt June says hi back to MHD. So yeah, we all said hi to each other. That's nice. All right, so let's have a look at our Batwing, and it's in this cardboard box, and it looks like I should be able to pop the sides out. And here is the main body of the vehicle. And like I said, there's a lot of really good details on this. I do think that this is a lot more accurate to the plane than other toys that I've seen. At least as far as like toys that hold action figures. Obviously, there's like models and die-cast vehicles that probably have a bit more detail even than this. But like my personal favorite Batwing that holds action figures is the old Kenner Turbojet Batwing, and I feel like this is probably a little more detailed and accurate even than that one. So we got the body of the vehicle and these two wings. So they should snap into the sides here. So let's go ahead and assemble this so we can get a look at it. So we put those in there. There we go. And you can see it's got like the lights painted into the front of the wings, which is not something that the Kenner or Toy Biz versions had. So the yellow lights at the tips of the wings there. Pretty pointy ears at the front. It's kind of weird to call them bat ears because they don't really look like bat ears because of the way the whole thing's put together. But when you look at it that way, yeah, it's definitely the bat ears because it looks like the rest of the Batman emblem. There is some tissue paper underneath, which I'm guessing is just to protect the vehicle while it's in the package. I didn't see any instructions or anything in here, but it does have like a little assembly instruction on the bottom that I'd noticed previously. So, but there are landing gear at the bottom, so we got some wheels that flip down, and unfortunately they're not wheels that roll. These are just kind of like solidly molded landing gear, but it's still something that'll if you want to set it on your shelf, it'll help it sit steadily, so that's nice. But there's a lot of details that I notice on this toy that aren't on many of the other Batwing toys, like the smaller fins here underneath the vehicle. And whatever the heck this is, I suppose it's an antenna. It looks seemingly like it might be an antenna. And then, of course, the canopy has it's actually a two-part canopy. And this part of the canopy stays solid on the vehicle. And then it's got black over here with the, I guess it's a support or whatever. And then inside, we got a sticker with a monitor and some gauges and things like that. And over here on the sides, where Batman's armrests would be, there's little panels with several buttons and things like that. So they did put a lot of effort into detailing this cockpit. It looks much nicer than the cockpit of the Flash Batmobile. MHC says, I'm wondering what or who that small Batman is, and now I see Batwing pilot. Yeah. So he's about in scale with most of these Spin Master 3 3/4 inch figures. Like I said, I don't know where any of the Keaton figures are right now, so I unfortunately don't have any to compare. But we can compare with this guy here, and this is a standard comic book style Spin Master Batman. You can see he's got a bit more bulk to him. They made those figures nice and bulky, almost like they're almost proportioned like He-Man figures, but they're not as tall as He-Man figures, obviously. But they've got like that sort of like musculature about them. So, but you can see Keaton's build is a bit more svelte, a bit more naturalistic, as we say. But it's got a lot of good detail on the armor. Like, it's got like the kind of, Art Deco looking musculature that Batman Returns suit had to it. And he is a little bit taller than the comic book version, also, just a little bit. I would imagine he's probably taller than the Flash version of the Michael Keaton Batman, which, like, I don't know where mine went. I could have sworn it was actually here on this table that I got to the side of my desk, but I don't see him around here anywhere. I don't see where he could have fallen on the floor or anything like that. So I figure I must have probably packed them away when I was trying to clean off this desk previously. And I do have this Shadow Wing Kenner Batman over here, so we can compare how Kenner did Batman with the Spin Master version. He has better ears, I think. But of course, this was based off the 1989 suit, and this is based off the Batman Returns suit, so it is a little bit different. I'd say the likenesses of Keaton are about on a par. They're both pretty good as far as like the chin goes. Of course, the Kenner version just had the plain white eyes, and this one did actually bother to paint in his pupils. So let's go ahead and put him in the Batwing and see what he looks like when he's in the Batwing. So here we go. Make sure I got the cape tucked underneath him. We don't want it to get caught in the canopy or anything like that. He should lean all the way back. And there we got the Batwing canopy closed. Now this is a fairly simple toy as far as gimmicks and everything goes. It's just a toy Batwing. What you see is what you get. There's nothing fancy in here like missile launchers or like the scissors that come out the front in a lot of Batwings, unfortunately. But it is still a very nice piece, very highly detailed, good paintwork. You can see they even painted little missiles on the sides there, so that's nice because it doesn't. They don't launch, but it's got the little missiles like sculpted in at the sides there. Looks just like how it looked in the movie. So it would be nice maybe if they had like some Gatling guns that pulled it out of it or something like that. But honestly, there's a lot of good detail to this plane already, and I feel like they really captured the look of the model that they used in the movie for the Batwing flight scenes. And like I said, there's a lot of really good detail to it that's usually missing on Batwings. Like the Toy Biz Batwing had a big handle right here where the kid could hold on to it, and I thought that was pretty nice. And of course, the as much as I love the Kenner, the Turbojet Batwing, it's the whole like turbojet gimmick that kind of gets in the way of of some of the movie accuracy there, where you've got like these big wheels underneath now. So what are you gonna do about that though? But yeah, I think like as far as like action figure uh Batwings go, this is probably the most accurate to the movie. I think that they did a really good job on it. Now, I did have a Kenner Batman over here with the Shadow Wing Batman, but I'm not even going to bother to try to fit him into this thing. Honestly, the 3 3/4 inch Batman figure, he fits in there pretty snugly as it is. I don't think you could fit a Kenner Batman in here. One of the things that I liked about the Flash Batmobile is that you could fit a Kenner Batman into it. And I'm pretty sure they designed it that way on purpose so that, collectors of the Kenner vintage action figures, if they can't afford to get a Dark Knight Collection Batmobile or a Bat Missile Batmobile, hey, you can buy this one. He can fit in it. It's still a little undersized for those figures, but like if you're a kid, I don't think you'd care. And probably a lot of adult collectors wouldn't care either. Hell, I've got my Spin Master Batmobile sitting over there with my Kenner figures in my Batman the Animated Series Batcave. That's the version of the Batcave I had. Kenner put out so many of those Batcaves and varying levels of quality, but I definitely think that the Batman the Animated Series is my personal favorite anyway. So anyway, that's pretty much it for the Spin Master Batwing. A very impressive toy. I'm very happy to have it. Uh, that's that. But that's pretty much everything I had to say about it. But this isn't the only Batwing that I have to open. I actually finally did get in the McFarlane Superpowers set with the black Batwing and Whirly Bat and the all black Batman figure, and I'll be opening that up again. I'll be opening that up pretty soon. Probably once I get some more of the McFarlane Superpowers figures that I have on pre-order in. I know that I have both the Riddler and what was the other one I had? A Bizarro. Both the Riddler and Bizarro I have in my pile of loot at Big Bad Toy Store. I'm just waiting for a few more things to come in before I have that shipped to me, and got the Superman and Batman on the way from that wave. So probably once I get those superpowers in, I'll probably open the Batwing set on the same week. And then I've got a lot more Batman 66 stuff coming in. Got so much Batman stuff coming. It's crazy. Not to mention the fact that I've still got a whole lot of McFarlane DC Multiverse stuff to open, and a lot of that's Batman. Of course it would be Batman. You know me. Anyway, oh yeah, hopefully I will have a great Thanksgiving. I love Thanksgiving. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back. I might do another episode later today since I have the day off, and I do want to try to get caught up on some stuff. So I'll probably open up something. I don't know what I'm going to open up yet, but it'll be a surprise for you because it'll be a surprise for me because I don't know what it's going to be yet. But I'll try to open up something later on today if I can, and then get some other stuff throughout the rest of the week. I know I've got like 4 Batman 66 figures, but I don't really want to open those up until I get the Wonder Woman figure that I'm waiting on, and I've got the like I said, that a couple of superpowers things, but I don't really want to do those, and I'll have the rest of those in. So I guess I'll open up some kind of DC multiverse thing tomorrow, but I haven't decided what yet. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like and subscribe. All the fun YouTube stuff down below. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the Batwing, both this toy and just the vehicle in general. What's your favorite version of the Batplane? I figure this one's probably the most popular. It's certainly my favorite Batplane that there is. I know a lot of people have an affection for like the Golden Age version or the one from the Silver Age comics. You got the Batman the Animated Series, Batwing. You've got the Batman Forever version. You've got the Bat from the Dark Knight Rises movie. You've got Ben Affleck's own version of the Batwing from Batman v Superman. Robert Pattinson doesn't have a Batwing. It's probably a good thing. He probably just wound up crashing it anyway. no, not even being shot down, just crashing it because he doesn't know how to fly a plane. Anyway, that's it for this episode. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.